In a world that's designed to break you down, you have to become unbreakable. You have to make yourself indestructible. Living in a society that promotes death culture, you have to learn how to become death-proof. You have to learn how to detach your emotions from this insanity called humanity. But to do that, you have to be in control of your feelings, your senses, your emotions. You can't let the world around you control those things. Whoever or whatever controls your emotions controls you. If you don't become the master, you'll be mastered. Don't let this world get the best of you. Don't let this world break you down or destroy you. Don't submit to this world. Conquer it. Don't let it conquer you. You are the strongest weapon whether you know it or not. If you don't know, then you're Weapon X. Weapon unknown. Why? Because you don't know that you are the ultimate weapon. You are your first line of defense. You are your savior, your superhero. It's you. The force is within you, not outside of you. You have the power. Tap in. Do what thou wilt, but remember, each experience comes with consequence. When I say each experience or this experience, I'm referring to the human experience we each have each lifetime. And what is your response to each experience? Because each experience has its own causality. What effect does that causality have on each lifetime? How much baggage are you carrying with you from each lifetime? What type of trauma has been imprinted in your DNA? How much baggage do you need to release or let go of? How much trauma do you need to filter out? Some of us have more work to do than others. Do your work. Your work is specifically for you. Stop trying to do other people's work. That's a form of procrastination and self-setback. Keep your feet out of other people's shoes. Keep your feet in your shoes. Master your mind and stop trying to place yourself inside the mind frame of others. That's what it means to keep your feet in your shoes. For every action, there's an experience and a reaction. You got to know when to backtrack your cause and effect. You also need to know how. Good dharma can release you from bad karma. Karma is cause and effect. Dharma is backtracking to the cause, accepting accountability, analyzing and applying corrective action. Strengthening dharma weakens karma. I did an audio on that a while back. You should check that out. See, this is about self-reevaluation. Self-reevaluation is analyzing the source or reanalyzing the source. The source is you. And how you navigate through this experience determines your cause and effect. A lot of you have been unaligned or dismembered from your divine purpose and the experience called life. Now you have to remember who you are and what you are. Remember, you were uniquely and specifically designed to be who you are. Even your struggles are specifically designed for you. That's because everyone has their own path to travel, and that path comes with a specific set of obstacles. The obstacles are the struggles you endure on your path. Although some of your struggles are self-induced, or they're the result of you wandering off the path or creating unnecessary roadblocks. People get lost entertaining distractions. Those distractions take you off your path. Stay on your path. Have the experience, learn from the experience, and apply what you've learned from that experience to move forward. Don't create unnecessary roadblocks by entertaining distractions. If you wander too far off the path, you might not find your way back. While traveling the path, it's okay to view the scenery on the sideline. Just don't get sidetracked. Stay focused on your path. Don't let yourself get discouraged. Take a look at the word discourage. Discourage, to lack courage. Don't forfeit your courage. Stay brave, stay strong, stay on course. Your struggles only make you stronger. Your tribulations are your rites to passage. If your trials lead to triumph, then that's your rites of passage. But don't break down, break through. That's your self-initiation. And initiations can be traumatic, but that's okay. Because trauma leads to transformation. Let your traumas transform into triumph. Every fork in the road is a rites of passage. If you triumph and move past it, the obstacles you face are just confidence builders and endurance testers. The greater the person, the greater the obstacle. Now, you have to ask yourself, do you have what it takes to be great? You know, mind power is divine power. So, what you think, you attract. Think victory, and that's what you'll attract. Think defeat, and that's what you'll attract. Think misery, and that's what you'll attract. Think joy, and that's what you'll attract. You are the sole controller. Stay in control. Don't become an expendable piece on someone else's chessboard or an expendable character in someone else's film. That's foolishness. Don't be a fool for others, and don't get lost in other people's ignorance. Alphas stand on their own principles, and betas are stood on by the principles of others. I say that to say it's a lot of pawns masquerading as kings and queens. Now, either they're intentionally perpetrating a fraud, or this is simply a case of mistaken identity. So they're knowingly pretending to be something they're not, or they don't know what they are, but they've been led to believe there's something they're not. It's all about mentality. If you have a pawn's mentality, you can't be a king or a queen. You don't have the mindset. Royalty is rare, and expendability isn't. Kings and queens are royal. Pawns are expendable. Pawns are the subjects of kings and queens. So know your role and play it well. If you're a king or you're a queen, you shouldn't be thinking like a pawn. You shouldn't be moving like a pawn. You should be thinking like royalty. You should be moving like royalty with nobility. You should be moving with the power and precision. On the other hand, the pawn has great potential, but only if that potential is actualized and maximized. This is obtained through the application of knowledge and wisdom you acquire, navigating the chessboard you call life. The chessboard is experience, and how you navigate determines the cause and effect of that experience. Just like you embody every astrological sign, you embody every piece on the chessboard. Just because you were born in a certain zodiac house doesn't mean you have to stay there. And it's not an excuse to stay stuck there. You master that house and move on to the next house. Then master that house, move on, and repeat until totality is achieved. Don't let the sign you were born under be an excuse for your fucked up behavior, or an excuse to keep repeating the same fucked up behavior. And the same applies to the chessboard and its pieces. Those houses are prisons. Those pieces are prisons, and self-mastery is the key. Center yourself. Become the 13, the masterpiece. It is there you'll find the key to set you free.